My first diagnosis of cancer came when I was about 42 years old and I had just finished graduate school, sort of remaking myself, my first midlife crisis. It was a surprise. I'm a fairly healthy person. I'd been vegetarian for about 15 years at the time. I exercised regularly. I was diagnosed with cancer by a physician who called me on the phone to say, you've got cancer, it looks pretty bad, you need to come in about a week so we can make a plan. I'll see you, I'm going to give you to my secretary so she can make the appointment. Click. And then I was all alone.
In summer of 2009, I unfortunately had a recurrence, and it came back as stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It had spread to my liver. So now I've had lots of treatment, still on treatment, and kind of treating this as more of a chronic disease.
When people tell you that you have lung cancer, the first thing that crosses your mind is, okay, I'm dying, you know. You can't survive without your lungs, you know. And when they tell you, it's like somebody just, I don't know, just snatched your breath out or something. There is no good way to tell you that you have cancer, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, I'm gonna die.
It's obviously very difficult when your spouse is diagnosed with cancer. You immediately want to do everything you can to help them. We had tremendous support from our family and friends, our co-workers, excellent medical care, but there was still something missing from both me and Susan.
I am a 22-year cancer survivor. I was originally diagnosed when I was 17 with a brain tumor in the left temporal lobe. I was given 2 years, and I got 20 years before I ever had a recurrence. Now, as an adult and a father and a husband, it's more fear, and it's not fear of dying, but it's a fear of not being there for my wife and daughter. She knows that Daddy's sick, and when I'm having the headaches or any of the side effects, my daughter comes up and gives me big hugs and rubs my head because she knows that that's where I'm generally hurting. And it's so sweet.
And I remember that I was standing outside the door, and when, you know, when they make the movie of my life as a cancer survivor, you know, there was this little bit of rain falling. It was an early springtime, I think, and so it was kind of chilly, and I couldn't get the door really open, just because my brain and my hand, it was so complicated. It was one of those things I did in my steps of being a cancer survivor. It was one of those moments when it became very real to me, that I felt like once I stepped through the door of here, I was going to be saying aloud to new people, I have cancer. Someone from inside the door said, I can't help you until you come in here. And so the door opened, and I walked inside and I sat down, and I became a person now beginning, even before I began my chemotherapy, my radiation, my surgeries, I was already beginning my recovery. Without the cancer support community, I would have been a very lonely person through my particularly through my first bout of cancer. I watched myself grow over the 18 months that I was part of a weekly support group at the cancer support community, so that I could be that active participant, so that I could be helpful to others, supportive to others. I think I learned a great deal about empathy, about just being quiet and listening.
The minute that I walked in the door and met a couple of staff people, I immediately felt welcome here, and it's helped me to not be so serious about my cancer diagnosis, because I can come here and people, I don't have to explain a lot of things, for one thing. Everyone here just understands, but at the same time, you know, we can laugh about cancer, which in a lot of situations people kind of are afraid of that or think that's inappropriate, where here, that's okay.
For them to hear me and it not be a problem that I'm talking about it. If you really open up and they open up to you, then you really get to talk. and they'll tell you how they feel or how they dealt with this or where they went and how they felt. And you get to try that out to see if it works for you. When sometimes you can have tunnel vision and not realize it.
I started coming to nutrition classes, trying to find, things as a caregiver that I could do for her. And there were many, many programs here, nutrition, cooking, that really helped me to be a better caregiver. And you don't know the answers, but when you come here and you meet other people that are going through it, it's a collective effort. You all of a sudden gain a tremendous group of people to support you and help you and offer suggestions and ideas. And I feel like that I was a much better caregiver because I was able to come to the cancer support community, learn so much about the disease.
It's helped me find some balance. It's helped me become a little more relaxed with what I'm going through. If you can become relaxed when you're going through cancer. The Kids Support Program provided, number one, a knowledge base. Knowing more about cancer. And then as well, connecting with contemporaries, younger kids her own age or close to that age. Once again, realizing that she's not the only one. It creates this community. And the parents start discussing what their children are going through and how their children are reacting. So we as the parents, whether we're the parent that's going through the cancer or the parent that is the support system in the family, we're able to communicate and we realize that our child's not the only one having these same problems.
You can go it with chemo and radiation and surgery and gamma knife and immune therapy stuff, but your brain needs treatment too. It needs a place to learn to rest, to be supported. And this is another tool at your disposal to help you fight cancer. Why wouldn't you give yourself the best chance at survival and thriving after cancer? Why wouldn't you do that for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for the person that you are? Why wouldn't you do everything you could to fight this disease?
The relationships, to me, that's really what life is all about. And I've just learned that all of the material things, things are great. Those are great and fun and can add pleasure to your life, but really life is nothing without love and relationships. And that's the biggest thing that I've learned through this cancer journey.
Once you decide that emotionally you're getting it together, I think it has a lot to do with your physical self. So if you can straighten yourself out just a little bit emotionally, it'll help you a lot physically.
I didn't think about that I would feel like this 6-7 months ago, but I feel so good that I want to shout out there to those people and say, you're going to be better. You are going to feel good. Here I am, I'm the proof. So, and this place does it for me, and it has done to help me and taught me that I can be this person.
The name is great, Cancer Support Community, because it is a community of people that support you through a very difficult time in your life.